Hi, I'm Sophia Salaski. Welcome to the Mon Valley Independent Softball and Baseball Media Day.
All right, can I have everybody's attention real quick? Just for anybody that doesn't know me, I'm Jeremy Salou. I'm the sports editor of the Mon Valley Independent. My assistant sports editor, Jose, is here. Sports writer, Liam Bellin's here as well. Just thank you all for coming out. This is obviously pretty big deal. We did it first in basketball season. We're doing it now for you guys here in spring sports. We're excited to have you here. Obviously, you guys know there's food here. You guys helped yourself. In the corner back here, Jen Cottalupi, our photographer, is going to take pictures for our cover of our baseball, softball section. Everybody's going to get their picture taken. We'll put those pictures up on our gallery pages. I'm sure most of you know where those are, or where you can find them. No guarantee who's on the cover. We really don't pick it. Our designers do. Jeff Helsel is going to do headshots of all the players and coaches up behind the gray screen, and Alex Lyons, our multimedia director, will do some interviews for, obviously we're kind of making a documentary. I don't know if you guys have seen those before. We did them for basketball and football as well. Again, thank you everybody for coming out. This is awesome to see. I know probably like you guys, we're very excited to get out of a gym and be outside and playing baseball and softball again. So that's it. We're going to call, we all have a sign.
MVI Multimedia Director with Clairton baseball player Martin Lawrence. Martin, obviously, finally springtime's around, time for baseball season. What are you looking forward to this year with the Bears?
This year, I'm honestly just looking for us to have a good season, for everyone to stay healthy, for us to have a good win streak going on, and who knows, even make it to the playoffs and further.
So obviously some nice team goals. Personally, what are you looking to get out of this campaign?
Honestly, I'm looking for getting my team closer, like building closer bonds and stuff like that. Me personally, my goals for this season, I want to have a better pitching average and batting average and stuff like that.
So obviously, as everyone can tell, maybe the best jerseys in the Mon Valley. I don't think that's a far reach. What do you think of these new uniforms this year?
Honestly, I like them. At first, I was a little bit sketched about them, but now they're starting to grow on me.
Look good, feel good, play good. That's what Martin Lawrence and the Clairton Bears are going to look to do this season.
We're tied with the in total points. I think we beat everybody else in the section. That's the challenge to have. So that was nice.
Liam Bellin of the Mon Valley Independent here. I'm alongside Bell Vernon's Jake Wessel. Now, Jake, I saw you the other day at the Whippeal Swimming and Diving Championships. You put in a pretty solid performance for the Leopards. How did you feel about your performance there?
I felt pretty good. There was a lot of ups and downs to that meet. First day wasn't too great, but second day just came out and just got the work done.
Yeah, well said. And now, getting into baseball individually, you've decided to go ahead and play at Penn State Barron. How are you feeling about that decision and, playing out your senior year at Bell Vernon?
I'm feeling great. They got one of the best engineering schools, arguably in the nation. Their baseball team's great. They made the AMCC tournament, or they won the AMCC tournament in 2021. I think they've had a couple NCAA appearances. So, look, going into a good atmosphere, great teammates. I already got my roommate, Evan Del Signor from Penn Trafford. He's a great ball player. And just surrounding ourselves with a bunch of great players from the area, keeping it all local.
Yeah, now looking at Bell Vernon's upcoming season, what have you guys been doing to prepare in the off season?
We've been putting in the work every single day. I think we've had, around this time, looking at the attendance sheets, I think we've had around 80 workouts so far, spanning from November to now. Just constantly wanting to get better with all the guys. A lot of pitching workouts, lots of weight room meets, a lot of just chalk talk, just doing everything that we can to get ready.
Yeah, so clearly you've been putting in a lot of work. What do you think this year's expectations are? Where do you think this Bell Vernon team can go?
Well, last year was a rough season, to say the least. Going 5-13 really put a damper on a lot of things, but we got a fresh start this year. A lot of new guys, a lot of people coming off that state championship run that the football team had.
Yeah.
So that we obviously have the winning mentality going into it, or at least the people that will allow us to have that, spreading it throughout the team. So I think we're in a pretty good spot this year.
Yeah, well said. That's Bell Vernon's Jake Wessel. Thanks a lot.
All right, thank you.
Alex Lyons here with Hunter Mamie of the Ringgold Rams. And Hunter, coming into this season, how do you see your team taking a step forward on the field?
I see my team taking a step forward I've seen lots of sophomores and juniors stepping up to the point where I like it a lot, and it's going to help us go further this season, I think.
So obviously, catcher of the team, how have you been able to develop a trust with your pitching staff throughout the course of your time with the Rams?
Honestly, it's just been catching them so much, them being able to trust me to frame it right, steal strikes and all that. I think it's helping me a lot more this year.
And for you personally, coming into this year, do you have any personal goals or things you're looking to get out of this season?
My personal goals this year is just hit good, have a fun season, do good this year.
Hunter Mamie and the Rams looking to take care of business on the diamond once this season rolls around.
I normally try to go to practice, but is it in July?
Liam Bellin of the Mon Valley Independent. I'm here with Thomas Jefferson's Lance Vickers. Now, Lance, I hear that you've committed to play baseball. Tell me some more about that.
Yeah, so commitment to Garrett College. It was a long thought process through the whole time. Had a couple other schools in mind that I was thinking about going to, but Garrett College is a great fit. Great program. I think it's really up and coming, and I think it's a really good spot for me looking near my future.
Yeah, so now once you go off to college, you've had a TJ, your father as your coach. That's going to change. Tell me a little bit about what it's like with your dad out there.
I think all coaches' sons know it's not the best feeling in the world to have your coach as your dad, but we've made do with it. It's fun, because we can crack jokes at each other on and off the field about certain stuff. But, yeah, that's about it.
In terms of your upcoming season, what are your expectations going into this one?
I think we're going to be pretty good, personally. I know Cody Karcher said the same to you.
Yeah.
I believe we have a good pitching staff, a good set of guys that really put their foot down and work.
Yeah.
And I have high expectations for this year.
Yeah, one last thing. What do you think you guys have to do to really maximize your output this season and have the best season you can?
I think we just need to stay focused on the true goal. I think as long as we keep our expectations high and don't let our expectations get low when we face a team that we know is lesser than us, I think we're going to be really good.
Very well said. Lance Vickers of Thomas Jefferson, thank you very much.
Here with Ben Shields of the Charleroi Cougars baseball team. Ben, coming off what was a phenomenal final year on the basketball court for you. Personally, it looked like you took some big steps forward. How do you build that success you personally had on the hardwood and take it onto the diamond now?
Just keep working hard.
So, personally, what are any goals you may have coming into this season for yourself and for Charleroi?
To win the section for sure and make playoffs.
So, for you, anything personally you like to get done?
Like to have a higher batting average than last year.
And, okay, once this year ends, what's the plan? What are you looking for after baseball?
I'm going to Allegheny College to continue my baseball and academic career.
You know what you're going for?
Yeah, I'm going to biology major.
So biology major, playing baseball, got one more year here at the high school level, and then on to Allegheny for Ben Shields.
They struggled to get out.
What else do you do?
I did not. See, that's the first time we ever played them was in the semifinals. We never. It's crazy. Yeah, and we're always in the same classification.
Liam Bellin with the Mon Valley Independent. I'm here with Thomas Jefferson's Kendall Peelin. Now, Kendall, you're coming into your senior year and a big one for you and this TJ softball squad. So, first and foremost, how have you been working in the off season to try and prepare?
The off-season has definitely been a big thing for me. Last year I came off of an ACL injury. I had a very mentally rough season, so I worked a lot this year on coming back and having a stronger mental attitude in the game, because it's definitely something that got my team down, and I want to be the strong leader I can be for the rest of my teammates.
Yeah, so talk more about kind of coming off of such a tough injury to kind of rehab from and everything. You know, what have the last few months been like in terms of the rehab and other things, and also how happy are you to finally get back to the field?
Yeah, last year I sat out basically the first 2 weeks of the season, came right off of physical therapy into it. So being back this year, I feel more physically fit. I've ditched the brace. I feel more mentally confident. So it definitely was a mental barrier last year for me, and I feel like I've definitely overcome that.
Yeah, and then in terms of your play coming into this year now, obviously, again, as a senior, how do you try and lead this squad that, you know, is looking to its seniors to try and give it some guidance?
Yeah, so we definitely have a younger team, but I think the people who were freshmen last year coming back this year, sophomores, they're a lot of the leaders on our team as well. They've kind of shed that naivety, and we know what it takes to make it in the WPIAL. We were out second round of playoffs last year. We're definitely coming back with a better attitude with a hopeful longer run.
Yeah, very well said. That's Thomas Jefferson's Kendall Peelin. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Alex Lyons here with Charleroi's Sophia Salaski. And Sophia, obviously you're coming off a great season individually and probably one of the better seasons you guys have had as a team. How do you build on that coming into this year?
We keep working hard and our connections just grow stronger.
So obviously we saw you dominant inside the circle as a left-hander. How were you able to be so effective last year?
It was a lot of work. I practiced all the time. Yeah.
So personally, not bad hitter either. How do you find that happy balance between pitching and hitting to make sure you're as successful as you are as both?
I think they work together really well. Because I'm a pitcher, I can understand like what they're going to throw as a hitter too. So I think they work together really well.
So coming into this season, do you have any personal or team goals you'd like to achieve?
I would like to get my batting average up and also as a team get our batting average up.
Sophia Salaski of Charlotte looking to be dangerous this year once softball hits the field.
It was really her first time kind of pitching a ton
Pretty solid.
I'm Liam Bellin of the Mon Valley Independent. I'm a sports writer, and I'm here with Elizabeth Forward's Caden Faychak. Now, Caden, I just saw you the other day at the WPIAL Swimming and Diving Championships, and you put in a pretty solid performance. How did you feel about that?
It was all right. I feel like I could do a little better, but I got my team a couple points, so that's all I could ask for.
Yeah, so now getting into baseball season, how have you been preparing this offseason for your upcoming junior year?
Just grinding over the offseason, with swim and stuff. It's kind of hard, but I fit it in. It was good. Just inside facilities and everything.
Yeah.
Hitting, pitching.
So looking at your team's performance coming up into this year now, what do you think you have to do as a unit to really kind of maximize what you can do this season?
Probably just more teamwork,
Yeah.
more small ball a little bit.
Yeah.
Just more teamwork and stuff like that.
Yeah, you said small ball. Is that a way that you're trying to manufacture runs offensively this year?
Depends. We have a really fast team this year. A lot of young kids, so.
Yeah, trying to get those runs any way you can.
Yep.
And then, as a pitcher, what are you looking to do this year in terms of building on what you've done throughout your career?
As a pitcher, I'm just trying to get as much outs as possible, lead my team to the victory.
Yeah, well said.
Colton Lee, how's Wilkins Leafs right now?
Yeah, but those are our two big guns.
Top two.
Yeah, those are our two big guns.
Alex Lyons here with one of the best softball players inside the Mon Valley, Marin Medikosh, and recent Connecticut State commit. Marin, let's start there. What led you to your commitment to Connecticut State?
That place is just amazing. Like, those coaches they were so into me that was like, it just brought my attention there. And you could just tell that they wanted the best for me. So by me going there, I think it's the best option for me.
So obviously you had an amazing amount of success last year, hitting the cover off the softball, home runs, gap power. You kind of did a little bit of everything right. So how do you improve upon an amazing season coming into your senior year?
I'm kind of just going to take an approach like I did last year. I've been working all throughout the off season, working out, hitting the gym, just working with my hitting coach down at PVS, just staying consistent.
And you obviously have a great group of girls returning now. Olivia's committed to go play Division I as well. How has this team been able to stay so tight and be so successful on the field?
We've been practicing ever since October, so I think just getting the bonds to come closer together, but not only that, but we all have great working together skills, so I think that it'll just take effect to the field.
Obviously, you did lose some pieces from last year's team, but you have, I'd say, the majority of your core coming back. So how do you look to build upon that with such a tough section once again?
Like I said, we're just going in there with a positive mindset, I would say. So we're all just working together, improving, and just boosting everyone's confidence up because we all believe that we can do it.
So obviously, last year for you at the high school level, before you finish up here at Belle Vernon and then move on to play at the collegiate level, what are some personal things you're hoping to maybe do or, kind of just go through it before your time at Belle Vernon's done?
I'm just trying to have fun because it is the last season, and I want to win a state title and a WPIAL title and even a section title. So just hoping for the best.
High aspirations for Marin Medikosh and the Belle Vernon Leopards coming this spring to the softball diamond. Alex Lyons here with MacKenzie Pritz of the Yock Cougars, and Yock once again looking to bring a lot of chaos and a lot of success up on Cougar Mountain this year. How do you regroup after losing some pretty big pieces, including your starting pitcher from last year, into this season?
Our team's going to have to try very hard. They're going to have to put a lot of effort in, and we're just going to have to try to get there like we were last year.
So obviously, for those who don't know, going to Robert Morris, if I'm not mistaken, to play soccer at the next level. How do you use this final season of softball for you to help better prepare yourself to play college soccer?
Well, as it's last season, it is going to be a little heartbreaking, but I'm going to have to put a lot of effort in as I'm not practicing as much as soccer as I usually do. So when we're working for softball, I'll have to put a lot more effort in.
So in this year, is there anything particular you're looking to get out of your final season?
Hopefully the batting average is a little bit higher than it was.
Hopefully a better batting average and the same results in the win column for Yock this season.
All right, so go ahead and get that glove out. Good. All right, now no smile. Serious.
Liam Bellin here with the Mon Valley Independent. I'm here with Abby Rome of Monessen. Abby, going into this year, what are your expectations in terms of what your team can do this year?
I'm pretty confident as to what our team can do. We have a pretty nice infield. I'm not sure about the outfield yet, but I'm pretty confident as to everyone in their position.
Yeah. Now, as a West Virginia grad, I heard that you've made a pretty solid decision for your choice of school. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, I am graduating from Monessen, going to West Virginia University, and I will be majoring in interior architecture for 4 years.
Yeah, now before that, obviously, previewing this year's softball season, you are a 4-year starter now, going to be at third base.
Yes.
How are you trying to lead this year's team?
Well, just stay very confident and keep everyone together and become a strong team and create close bonds with everyone for everyone to get along well, and just leadership.
Yeah.
Have a strong leadership.
One last thing. What do you have to do this season to make the most of your last season?
Just have fun, honestly. I'm really excited for this to be my last season with everyone. I think it's going to be a good year and fun to have everyone on the team.
Yeah, Monessen's Abby Rome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now I feel the depression.
Here with Brock Alexson of the Fraser Commodore baseball team, and I was talking to your head coach John Malone a little bit. Said this should be the year we finally start to see the pieces put together. How do you guys make sure that is the case this season?
You know, just at practice, everybody has to be locked in, focused to make sure that we're making that playoff push, working each other every single day.
So obviously you've put in a ton of work on the mound, getting yourself better and more prepared each and every offseason and from season to season. What should we expect from you on the mound and also, throughout the course of the year when you're out in the field?
I'm looking to keep my ERA below 2 this year. I was a little under 3, but I'm looking for strikeouts, leading the team on the mound. And I trust my guys behind me. They have my back, so I need to make sure that I'm throwing well for them.
And coming off, you finally had maybe one of the more successful boys sports seasons in a while, not counting baseball. You guys have been continuously improving. But for basketball, it was an improvement from last year. How do you take that momentum that kind of was like, hey, we had a better season on basketball, to say now we're going to have an even better season at baseball and continue to build and build?
A couple of the leaders from the basketball team are on this baseball team now, and I think that we're going to take that positive energy into the baseball season, knowing that we can do well with a good group of guys and just continue to win.
And you talked about what your hopes are on the mound. How easy and how much more helpful is it that you have a guy also like Logan Brown on the hill with you, that it's not just we're one and done. We have 2 solid pitchers on this team this year.
Logan's a very, very solid pitcher, and I trust him just as much as I trust myself, and I think that he gets the work done, and we get the work done together.
As Brock Alexson and the Fraser Commodore baseball teams hoping this is the year they make that push back to the playoffs.
They have talent, they just need to be focused.
I'm Liam Bellin of the Mon Valley Independent. I'm here with Jack Sampson. Now, Jack, you're heading into your senior year. How have you been preparing to make the last one the best one?
Came from a great year last year. We lost a couple good seniors, but we have people to back them up, and we're going to have a great season, I think.
Yeah, obviously, like you said, lost a few seniors. How are you trying to step up as a leader to kind of fill that void?
Always keep positive in the dugout. If anything goes bad, stay in a positive mood and wish for the best.
Yeah, now you're going to be behind the dish once again this year. Talk about how you defensively kind of make sure that everything is going smoothly, and also the chemistry that you have with pitchers as well.
I want to make sure my pitchers can trust me behind the plate, make sure I can block anything, make sure everybody in the field is in the right positions, and just make sure everybody has like a good chemistry around the field.
Yeah, one last thing. In terms of Yawk's performance this year, what do you foresee in terms of expectations, and what do you want to accomplish this year with your team?
I want to get to the Whippeal final. I think that'll be a good atmosphere.
Yeah.
Be a lot of people there.
Yeah. That's Yawk's Jack Sampson. Thank you very much.
But it was just no shot, you know. That's all it is.
Just kind
Alex Lyons here with Caroline Milander of the Sarah Catholic Eagles softball team. And Caroline, you guys obviously had an outstanding season last year. How do you improve upon that coming into this season?
We take what we learned from last season and we continue to work hard. We have the experience now, so hopefully we take that and we push further through the playoffs this year.
I've seen you guys a couple times throughout the past couple of seasons, and obviously you are both a emotional leader on the field and, of course, a lead-by-example type player. How have you been able to be so successful in this leadership role?
I've just taken all the girls on the team as my family. They're my girls to me, so I feel like showing them not only with my success that they can have it as well. So I've just tried to teach them and then as much as I know and have them grow into themselves as their own players.
Obviously a lot of success for you both offensively and defensively. We've seen you shine for Sarah Catholic. How do you grow upon that even more and kind of take your game that's been so good to the next level?
I just continue to work hard. Like, I never take a day off during the season. I continue to work, put the work in, and hopefully it pays off.
So obviously, or you guys have lofty expectations. How much more does it motivate you when you have that Eagles baseball team that's been so successful and kind of steals the spotlight during this time of year? How does that motivate you guys to be even better? Because you're not a slouch of a team at all in your own right.
Yeah, so this year we're trying to make a point to them because they think that they're the team for the school. So we're trying to stick it to them, I guess, and show them that we are as competitive and as successful as they are as well.
Sarah Catholic, more than just a baseball school, they're a softball school as well, and Caroline Milander looking to prove that this season.
And good smile. Good. All right, next, about. There we go. Good. All right, serious. And big smile. Good. All right, how about a bunt? There we go. Good.
I'm Liam Bellin of the Mon Valley Independent. I'm a sports writer, and I'm here with Elizabeth Ford's Shelby Telegdi. Now, Shelby, going into your junior year, how have you been trying to prepare for this upcoming season?
I got a new pitching coach. I've been working hard at all my pitches and my accuracy and everything, and I've just been doing a bunch of workouts and stuff to try and prepare myself better.
Yeah, so obviously preparing individually, but as a team, what do you think that you have to do this season to be the best that you can be?
We need to have a lot of teamwork, short memory, just work together, pick each other up when we need to.
Yeah. One last thing, going into this year as a junior, how are you trying to be a leader and kind of let people follow your lead?
So last year as a sophomore, I was still kind of young pitching, so this year I want to make sure I communicate more, have a positive attitude, and just make sure my team knows I'm confident in them.
Yeah, very well said. That's Elizabeth Ford's Shelby Telegdi.
Go through it without throwing it. Grab the ball. There you go. All right, ready? Go ahead. Good. That will hurt.
Liam Bellin here from the Mon Valley Independent. I'm here with California's Alexis Zemba. Now, Alexis, before we get into the softball talk, I hear that you've committed for college, so talk about where you're going and your major as well.
I'm going to IUP, and I'm going to be majoring in nursing.
Yeah, so now getting into softball season, obviously, now we're in the off season, but you've been preparing throughout the last couple of months, obviously, ahead of your last season. So what have you been working on?
Well, we've been lifting weights, and we've just been working on normal infield and outfield things, and we've been hitting, and I think we've been doing really well.
Yeah, now as a senior, I'm sure you're kind of trying to be a leader for your other teammates. So how do you do that? What's your kind of leadership style?
I feel like being a leader as a senior, it's good to have a good mentality and make sure everyone is being positive, keep everyone positive and motivate everyone, and just like tell everyone they're doing good, just basically keep the energy up.
Yeah, one last thing now, how do you meet all your expectations in terms of what you think you can do this year? What do you have to do to win games and go as far as you think you can?
I feel like communicating on the field and backing each other up is very important, and just to focus on being a good team and helping each other and having a good team bond.
Yeah, that's California's Alexis Zemba. Thank you a lot.
Thanks.
Liam Bellin here of the Mon Valley Independent. I'm here with Monessen Ben Spiker. Now, Ben, going into your final season at Monessen, how have you been trying to lead in front of your final season here?
I've just been trying to show, like, being a good leader, like telling everybody to take it serious and work hard at practice and stuff like that.
Yeah, now I hear you're all over the infield, so how did you become so versatile when it comes to defensive work?
Well, I grew up playing, like, second base, and that kind of just transitioned into over, like, third and stuff like that and shortstop, so that helped me out always.
Yeah, now looking forward to the team's success this year. How far do you think you guys can go, and what do you think you guys have to do to get as far as you can in terms of winning games?
I think we just got to work hard as a team, get better, improve every day, and just that's about it. Like, work hard.
Yeah, now offensively, defensively, what have you been trying to add to your game this offseason that people may see this season, though?
I've been working on my swing a lot, taking a lot of time in the offseason, going to the batting cages, and defensively just doing hand drills and stuff like that.
Yeah, very well said. That's Monessen's Ben Spiker. Thank you very much.
Good. All right. Big smile. Definitely Mia.
Mia?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to ask you that question now. What's the ceiling for the Leopards this year, and where do you guys want to end up?
Hopefully win a section title, and definitely win the Whitfield and make it to states.
All right, guys, that's a wrap for 2023 Media Day. What do you think?
First ever one for baseball and softball. I think it went well. Great to have the coaches and players here from the Mon Valley representing their respective teams. Ready to get outside and cover some baseball and softball, I guess.
Ready. It could be a little warmer, though.
It could be a little warmer.
But yeah, I thought it was a great turnout. These media events have been pretty nice, I think, overall. Since the basketball one. And again, another good turnout. And I think that, again, like Jose said, I'm eager to get out there and start seeing these teams in action.
I know one thing, it makes our job a lot easier when we got everybody right here, be able to talk to some players. And the Clareton baseball
They're the best, yeah, for sure. The best we saw. I don't know who said that. I think Alex did best in the Valley for sure. Those were really nice.
But yeah, we do have to thank Cedarbrook for hosting us again for the second time, and looking forward to coming back in the fall for Football Media Day. That should be interesting. A little less crowded, I think, too, so that'll be fun. But I'm definitely looking forward to it. Yeah. Anything else?
No, thank you to all our coaches and players that were in attendance today.
Thank you for bearing with us, and hope you enjoyed everything. We're excited to get the season started.
Yeah, good luck this season. Thanks, everyone.
All right, that's a wrap.